What up, guys? Back again with another UFC Fight Picks video on the UFC Fight Night card, Maia versus Usman. Let's go ahead and get started here. On the Fight Pass prelims, we got Claudio Puelles versus Felipe Silva. So on most of these, most of the fights, I think I'll do quick picks, and on this one, it's a quick pick. So I'm gonna go ahead and just take Felipe Silva. I think his only loss is to Marbek Taisumov, who's a beast. The odds are not showing here, but Silva's a pretty decent sized favorite. I think he's like I think he's like 3-1 favorite. And Puelles, I don't think he's that good. He's also very young. I think the experienced striker here, Felipe Silva, is gonna win the fight. Just has way more power, good striking. Obviously has that multi tattoo in his chest, so this guy, this guy's a hitter. So I'm taking Silva to win this fight, and I do see him getting the knockout probably in the second round. So Silva, second round knockout is my pick. Moving on to the next fight, Briones versus Frankie Saenz. So both these guys are old as fuck, and if I had to pick one, I mean, as an underdog pick, I really got to take Henry Briones. Saenz is a big favorite. I think he was almost 3-1, and that guy, this guy's already old, and he's not that good. So I'm going to just take a shot here on Henry Briones. He's not that good either, but I just think that he's actually a better striker, and I think if he could just stay off his back, stop the takedowns, I think he should be able to beat up Frankie Saenz on the feet, just kind of just outpoint him, and just beat him by decision just like that. I think it'll probably even be a close fight, so I don't see why Frankie is a big favorite. And like I said, both these guys are old. I think they're like the same age, like 38 years old or something like that. So I don't see why Frankie is such a big favorite. Like, I ain't gonna pick him. So I'll take the underdog here, Henry Briones. I think he get it done. It's gonna be a close fight, but I think he comes out with the split decision win. So moving on to the next fight, Fight Pass, the featured Fight Pass prelims fight. We got Enrique Barzola versus Brandon Davis. So I'm going to take Enrique Barzola here in this matchup. Has really good wrestling. If you look at his takedown averages, it's above 5 takedowns per fight, and his takedown accuracy is at 49%, almost 50%. So he has great takedowns. He also lands, at a high strike output, 3.55. That's pretty solid. His opponent is a striker. Takedown defense on paper, that's at 84%, so it doesn't look bad. But Barzola here should easily be able to get those takedowns. The thing about Barzola is that he likes striking on the feet sometimes for a little bit too long. So if he tries to fight a striking battle with Brandon Davis, I think he's gonna get beat up. But I think he's gonna come in smart, and I think he's gonna go for those takedowns to solidify that win. So I'll take Enrique Barzola here in this matchup, and I do think he wins by decision. Alright, guys, moving on to the FS2 prelims. So we got Gabriel Benitez versus Humberto Bandenay. So both these guys are strikers. Bandenay does got some submission wins, so does Benitez. Humberto's coming off a really good first round KO win against Martin Bravo. He has some really good heavy body kicks. I like his style. Benitez, another very solid striker. He's very good at outpointing you. He doesn't really get a lot of knockouts, but he's a solid striker, and he's pretty solid overall. He beat Jason Knight in his last fight. Looks solid. Benitez also, I think he trains at AK, so he trains out of a good camp. So Benitez here, is the favorite here for the reason he should more than likely win the fight. But I think that Humberto here is a good underdog play. I think he has more power than Benitez, and both these guys don't go for takedowns, and I think on the feet, Bandenay here, could pose some problems for Benitez. I think he's gonna have the more power in his strikes, whereas, like I said, Benitez kind of just likes to outpoint you and outstrike you. He's not more he's much more of a point guy than more of a knockout guy. So I'm favoring the more of a knockout guy, which is Humberto Bandenay, and I see him coming out with the win here. It's an underdog pick again, but I do think he's gonna be able to get it done. So I'll take Humberto. I'm gonna say, Benitez seems pretty durable, but Humberto's shown that he does have some power, so I'll take Humberto. I'm going to say third round knockout. All right, guys, moving on to the next fight. We got Poliana Botejo versus Siri Kondo. I'm going to go ahead and take the Japanese fighter here, another underdog. Very high strike output, as you guys could see in her last fight, and in the stats right there. 9 strikes landed per minute. Her opponent has half of that. Her opponent's pretty good, but I think Kondo here, I mean, it's a women's fight, so both these girls don't really pack too much power, even though Poliana has a lot of wins by knockout. So I see this fight just kind of staying on the feet, and I see Kondo landing more strikes and, you know, just winning by output like she did in her last fight. So I see her winning just because she's going to land more. So I'll say Kondo by decision. All right, guys, moving on to the next fight. We got Brandon Moreno versus Alexandre Pantoja. So I'm going to go ahead and take Brandon Moreno here in this matchup. This guy's, you know, pretty good on the feet. Also has some slick submission skills. His last fight and his last loss was to Sergio Perez, who's very solid. His opponent, Alexandre Pantoja. This guy, I think he's a jiu-jitsu fighter. Let me just make sure here real quick. But, you know, I'd say he's primarily a jiu-jitsu guy. Aggressive style, okay. Pretty sure he's a black belt. A lot of these, you know, Brazilian guys are black belts. Yeah, I don't think it shows right here. But anyway, he's coming off a loss to Dustin Ortiz. Before that, he gets a submission win against Neil Siri, who's an old man, and then a split decision win against Eric Shelton. So, not that impressive. I think Moreno here is the more solid fighter here, and I also think he's the guy that's, you know, improving more, and I think he's also the younger fighter here. So I think Moreno here is going to come in here ready to fight. He's going to be able to stop those takedowns from Alexandre Pantoja, keep the fight on the feet, and on the feet I see Moreno just chipping at him and beating him up. So I'll take Brandon Moreno here by decision. Alright, guys, next fight and featured fight on FS2 prelims. We got Zach Cummings versus Michel Prazeres. I like Michel Prazeres here as another underdog play. I know I'm picking a lot of underdogs, but I do think Prazeres here can get it done. Excellent takedown artist, very good grappler, very strong. Now he was at 155er, so, you know, technically this isn't his weight class, and Cummings is a pretty big guy, but I still think Prazeres here will be able to get the takedowns. Zach Cummings' takedown defense I don't think is as good as people make it out to be. I think Prazeres will be able to get a takedown or two, and I think he will be able to employ his ground game, his very good submission game. He's going to have a better gas tank because he didn't have to cut weight. That's why he's at 170, because, you know, this guy couldn't make weight. Always kept on coming in overweight. He's very short and stocky. I think he's going to be able to get those takedowns, and I think that's how he's going to be able to win the fight. On the feet, I mean, Zach Cummings, you know, he is not no elite striker, so even on the feet, I think Prazeres could get it done. So overall, I think Prazeres gets it done. Because, like I said, Zach Cummings, I'm just not too impressed. And even though he has that big reach advantage, and you know, he is the bigger guy, I still think, like I said, Prazeres will be able to get it done. So I'll say Prazeres. I'm gonna say probably second round submission, guys. I think he's gonna get the finish. Zach Cummings, usually when he loses, it looks like it's by submission. So yeah, I'll take Prazeres second round submission. All right, guys, moving on to the main card now. We got a very good fight here, very solid fight at 170 pounds. Vicente Luque versus Chad Laprise. I like both of these fighters, very good strikers. Luque is a killer. All his wins are by finish. Laprise, very good striker with power also. Both these guys are beasts. Luque looked really good in his last fight against Nico Price. I think he got the finish in that fight. Actually, yeah, I'm pretty sure he got the finish. Like I said, all wins are by finish. He has very good striking, excellent submission skills also. He's very well-rounded. Chad Laprise, good striker, could grapple also, but his chin, I think, is a weakness. He has been knocked out before. Luque, you know, he's very solid. Has more of a, you know, a better chin here. And I think in this type of matchup, for both these guys are kind of similar, I'm going to favor Vicente Luque. I think he'll land the better shots, and I do think, you know, he's the more durable fighter. So I think Luque will be able to get either a knockout or a submission in this fight. I'm going to go ahead and just say a second round finish for Vicente Luque. So moving on along here, we got Veronica Macedo versus Andrea KGB Lee. So Lee here is making her UFC debut. Yeah, a lot of people are hyping her up. She is a big favorite here in this matchup against Veronica Macedo. Macedo's a striker. I think she's a taekwondo fighter or something like that. Andrea Lee, very solid. Looks like she's well-rounded everywhere. Has good striking. I think she's also a little bit more rangier. And I'm gonna go ahead and just take Andrea Lee in this matchup. She's probably just gonna win the fight based on points. I don't really see her getting a finish, so I'm gonna say Lee by decision. All right, moving on to the next fight, guys. We got Diego Reyes versus Guido Cannetti. Hold up, guys. Let me drink a little bit of my drink here. All right. So, not too familiar with either of these guys, but I'm going to just take the underdog, guys. Guido Cannetti. For some reason, I think this guy's going to be able to get the win here in this matchup. His takedowns look good. Has power in his hands. He's not that great of a fighter, but his opponent, Diego Reyes, seems pretty inexperienced. So I'm going to just take Guido Cannetti here as just the underdog pick. Let's see what happens. You guys know what I'm saying. He has power, has submissions also on his record. He has finishes. So I think Cannetti here could get the finish. So I'm going to go ahead and just say Guido Cannetti. Fuck it. I'll say third round submission. Nah, not third round submission. You know what? I'll say third round knockout, guys. Guido Cannetti, third round knockout. I think he's going to be able to get it done. Has very good strike output also. So let's go ahead and take that underdog. Alright, guys, moving on to the next fight. We got Cannonier versus Dominick Reyes. So very easy pick for me. I like Cannonier's style, but I got to take Dominick Reyes here, guys. This guy's a beast. Has no losses in his record. He's undefeated, 8-0. He's a finisher. Very good striking. Very high striking output. Also, he could wrestle. He has takedowns. Has a submission game also. So this guy's just dangerous everywhere. Now, Cannonier's weakness is the ground game, the takedown game, and Dominick Reyes could do that. But even on the feet, Dominick Reyes has really good striking and very good power, man. Very good multi. So, and also very good straight punches, man. He's a beast. So I think Dominick Reyes is the real deal. Cannonier has great boxing, great power, but I gotta think Reyes here is gonna be able to get it done. So Dominick Reyes, I see him getting a second round. I'll say second round submission second round submission, because I think he's gonna get the takedown and maybe he'll work for a submission, or maybe he'll just get some ground and pound. So, but Cannonier seems pretty durable, like as far as that chin. You know what? Yeah. I'll just say Dominick Reyes, a second round finish. It could be knockout or submission. So that's gonna be my pick, guys. All right, moving on to the co-main event. We got Alexa Grasso versus Tatiana Suarez. Another easy fight for me to pick. Suarez is a big favorite here. Last I checked, anyway, I think she was like up to -600 or something like that. Probably even more. I'm not sure. Anyway, she's pretty much like a Khabib. Very high takedown average. Very good takedown accuracy. I mean, she's almost 90% there. And her opponent, Alexa Grasso, I think she lacks takedown defense. And her ground game also isn't that great. No wins by submission at all. Alexa Grasso is a very good striker, very good boxer, but Tatiana Suarez here is always getting the takedowns. Like I said, she's like a female Khabib, and I think she's going to be able to get the takedowns and eventually either just win by decision, or maybe she could even get a submission finish. So I do see Tatiana Suarez winning this fight for sure. Sucks to count out Alexa Grasso because I do like her style, but I think this matchup here doesn't really help her here much anyway. So I do see Suarez getting the win. So I'll say Suarez by decision. Alright, guys, moving on to the main event. Demian Maia versus Kamaru Usman. So Usman's a beast. I mean, I'm just not going to pick against Usman right now at this moment. I mean, his takedown defense, according to that, it says 0%. I guess, no one really attempts to take him down. Now, Maia's going to go for those takedowns. And I guess we'll find out how good Usman's takedown defense is. Obviously, if Maia is on Usman's back, he's going to get that submission, guys. But, I mean, other than that, Maia, I don't think he's going to pose much of a threat on the feet. I think Usman here is for sure the better striker. for sure has more power. He's also younger. He's also more explosive. He's going to be faster. He's not going to go. I don't think he's going to go to that takedown game. So it's going to be a stand-up fight, similar to that Colby Covington fight with Demian Maia, except Usman has more power than Covington, and he's also a more better striker. So I think that fight's going to look similar, except Usman's going to be able to get the finish, because for sure, you know, if Maia survives anyway, you know, he's going to have rounds 4 and 5, and I don't think Maia's going to be able to last that long. So I'm going to go ahead and say Kamaru Usman, 4th round, knockout win. And yeah, I see him getting that win. But like I said, I mean, Usman's takedown defense, I mean, according to the stats here, no one has really attempted takedowns on him, because the takedown defense is at 0%. So if Maia does test that takedown defense and he is able to get some takedowns in, then, you know, Usman's in big trouble, and more than likely Maia's going to win the fight. But I mean, I got to trust that Kamaru Usman, having some good wrestling skills, having that strong physique, is going to be able to, you know, going to be able to stuff those takedowns from Demian Maia, who's obviously now getting older. So yeah, I think Usman here is a very safe pick, and I think he gets it done. 4th round, like I said, 4th round knockout. Alright guys, so let me give you guys my top 3 most confident picks. It's going to have to be Usman, Suarez. Actually, yeah, it's going to have to be the top 3 here. And Dominick Reyes. Those are my top 3 most confident picks. My favorite underdog pick would have to be... Where are you at? Moreno? Favorite underdog pick. Yeah, I think Moreno is the underdog here in this matchup. So yeah, favorite underdog pick would have to be Brandon Moreno. And yeah, guys, that's gonna be it here for the picks. Sorry for not making a video last week. You know, I went on a little vacation, so couldn't make the video for you guys, and you know, sorry about that. And of course, I still don't have my monetization, so you know, like I said, man, I'm trying to get that money. I'm trying to get paid, but obviously I can't get paid right now, no monetization. So as soon as I get that monetization back, for sure, not gonna miss, you know, making any videos for you guys, for whoever's watching anyway. So anyways, guys, thanks. That's gonna be it. Thanks for watching. For whoever watches the videos, but yeah, subscribe for more, guys. I make these UFC fight pick videos pretty much every week. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the fights. If you guys want me to make a DraftKings video, comment as quickly as you can, and I'll make one for you guys. So anyways, guys, that's gonna be it. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.